Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy DJ Man right here on DJ Man TV. And I got the crew with me, man. We got Dustin up top at the right, man, with 409 The Heat Sports. Right beneath him at the Man of Better Life podcast. And then we got Bree right underneath me, man. She doing the vibing with Bree. Y'all look out for her, man. August 7th. August the 8th.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
hey,
sorry. August the 8th, she's gonna be doing vibing with Bree live at Dorothy's Bar and Grill, man, right here in Beaumont, Texas. So y'all want to stop by and check that out. August 7th, we got the fundraiser going on at Raising
Raising
Cane.
Cane's.
For
Shout out
sure,
to
man. But
Raising Cane's.
before we get into it, we definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsor over at Warriors Lounge, 5543 East Parkway, right there in Groves, Texas. Check out the protein waffles. Check out the drinks, man. They got natural energy drinks, bro, which is
Huh.
dope. Tastes good and it's natural, man. Give you a natural boost, man. So check those guys out. And we want to make sure we shout out to Mary Jane's Wildflower at 841 South Main Street in Lumberton, Texas. Tell them DJ Man TV sent you. And you can't forget my boy Manny over at Manny's Melting Pot, man. Whenever you see Manny's Melting Pot, the food truck pull up, make sure you give them a holler. They got, I promise you, you're not gonna regret it, man. Them boys have some of the best food items this
Good
side of the
food.
Mississippi, guaranteed, man. But we're gonna uh we're gonna get our guests in. Ray, you wanna introduce the guest?
Oh yeah, Mr. David W. Smith from
For sure.
Maurice.
Let's get them on the screen. Let's get them on the screen, man. Boom. There we
Hey,
go.
there go the superstar, the
Good
Dome
evening,
Builder.
everyone.
How
Can
you
you hear me
doing,
okay
David? Yeah, that's my brother, business partner, David W. Smith, the Dome Builder. He built dome homes. He's doing some great things in the community, teaching people how to secure their money and real sound money versus a bunch of paper. That's pretty much worthless. So I'm gonna get out my way. He's a veteran, doing some great things. David, just give your testimony, what you're doing out there. We could go from there.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the invitation. I just finished up getting some bees out of somebody's house over in Groves. You mentioned Groves there a minute ago. So
Yeah,
just got back in the house. Got stung a few times, got right there. But anyway, got a little bit of honey this evening, fresh honey. But hey, I've been knowing Raymond for about 5 years now. We met back in 2019 when I got started with 7K. I didn't know anything about gold and silver. I didn't know, I wasn't educated about it. We weren't taught about it. And I didn't know anything really much about collectible coins. My wife liked doing that. I've grown up here in Mauriceville all my life. I'm 57 years old. And I tried some other network marketing companies and things like that because I love the business model. Back in about around 96, 95 timeframe, went in debt with it. And for whatever reason, the tax people said I couldn't write it off as a business expense. Well, I know better now. So I wound up paying off all that debt and everything, but still didn't know what was going on with the economy and how money printing and fiat currency and everything else was basically taking away all of the money. We was working paycheck to paycheck all the time. Couldn't hardly make, I graduated high school. Then I said, hell, I better buy me a house. And I waited about 4 or 5 years and I went, I'm never going to be able to buy a house. Things have just shot up through the roof really fast for housing. So we just went ahead and stayed in a house, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house for 18 years. I'm working as a phlebotomist. My wife's working as an LVN. She's a dialysis nurse. We did that back and forth for many years. I gave it up in 2009, working as a phlebotomist and working a job. And I started my own construction company building monolithic domes. And I had learned about them back in 97. So I said, if I'm ever going to build and put that kind of money into a house, I'm going to build a house that I can stay in and I'm sheltered. I've got a dome around me and it's concrete. So it's really strong. My wife loves it. So I started that in 2008. Oh, what happened in 2008 with the stock market and all that kind of stuff in the economy? Boom. Crash, boom. We just took out a bunch of money out of our IRA and everything else. She's got her IRA from work, 401k and all that kind of stuff. And we borrowed and took them. We didn't borrow. We just went in and it took the money out because I saw something was coming. And I said, all right. So we took that money out and boom, it crashed. It would have burned. We would have lost pretty much way down. they say, oh, you never lost it unless you sell it. But no, you're really losing money, and you don't know it's going to go back up. So you've got a lot of risk there. So that worked out really good. We bought some property in the Philippines, financed my nieces to go to college. And so 2008, running the business, I started working it out of my home. And I noticed all the tax advantages you get from working from your home. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. CC's working the job. We got all these deductions. We're keeping more of the money she's earning. I'm working the business and taking it. We got all this business deductions. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. So I got back into doing some little bit more networking with different companies, things like that. And ones that have been around for quite a while, I tried them again and just wasn't having any luck whatsoever. And the product was goods and services, or it was, food based or vitamins and pills, potions, lotions, whatever, you've seen the stuff. So it didn't set well with me. I didn't have a lot of success with it. When then I was at a crisis expo, kind of a prepper show in 2019 that I'd been going to a number of years, learning about beekeeping, making soap, cleaning a chicken, if that was even that, camping out, how to start a fire. That's what was going on. We were teaching people. Well, a guy came down, set up a table, and he was talking about gold and silver. I said, okay, what does gold and silver got to do with a crisis or prepping or whatever? Remember, I didn't know a thing about gold and silver. From 1933 to 1974, it was illegal for us to own more than 5 ounces of gold. I thought we lived in a free country in the United States of America. Anyway, so we got this going on, and he's sitting there talking about, he said, well, what are you going to use for money if the dollar is no good anymore? And if you look around, that dollar is good. It does not. You can work for it. You can chase it. You can style it, pack it up. You can hide it under your bed. It ain't going to buy you more later down the road. It ain't probably going to buy you nothing later down the road. So I'm like, okay, well, let me take a look. He said, well, we're going back and I'll show you a video. I said, all right, I'll give a game. I'm skeptical, but I'll give it an open mind. I'll look at it. We got Google now, right? So I'm sitting there watching this video, and the things that they're saying on there, I'm like, that sounds too good to be true. Yeah, right. The $1.2 million mistake for collecting an American Silver Eagle from 86 till 2019. I'm like, yeah, right. Sure. Got on Google. Say, what? He ain't lying. He ain't lying. And I'm like, wow. So whenever I got done watching that video, I slapped my credit card in his hand. I said, you get me a membership right now, the $4.99 membership. I'm going to town. And I started stacking gold and silver right away because I was like, I don't want nothing to do with those collectible coins whatsoever. I want to stack just bullion. I just want to stack that. I don't want the graded stuff. My wife, I said, you can have it. You can buy whatever you want. You see something you like, buy it. So I started stacking. Then here comes COVID, right? Here comes COVID. $2,400 stimulus. Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
And they asked me if I needed it. Remember, I already had business deductions, and I was keeping most of our money anyway. And they asked us if I needed it. They gave us $2,400. Guess what that turned into? Silver.
Silver.
And you know what the price of silver was back then?
What was that?
$15 to $17 an ounce. You know what the price of silver is now?
Double. 28.
28.
Yeah, that's just generic. Double it. A silver eagle, about 32, 34 for a silver eagles. So where am I sitting? I'm sitting pretty.
Stacking.
I'm sitting pretty stacking because now I can always take that silver and go convert it to any currency. But what did it do? It appreciated in value in relation to the depreciating dollar. It never changed its buying power. It's always had the same buying power for 6,000 years. Now, this is 5 years of knowledge that I'm spewing out really quick. 5 years of knowledge.
So I have a question.
We're over $200,000 in asset savings in 5 years when we had zero savings 5 years ago. So what's your question?
Numbers don't lie.
I have a question, man. So what would you tell someone that's not knowledgeable, for one, and that's skeptical about this for two? Like, what would you tell them to see, to open their eyes and make them see that this is a good idea to invest in uh,
Hmm.
silver and gold?
When you throw silver and gold in somebody's hand and you say, I bought that 5 years ago at $1,600, and now you see, I just use that as a promotional tool. It's just like this.
The write-off.
I can write the cell phone off when I buy it for my business, right? When I
Yeah.
got that silver coin or gold coin in my hand and I slap it in your hand and I'm trying to show you, do you want to keep more of your money? If that's the first question I'm going to ask you. Do they take all this money out of your check? Would you rather keep it in your hands and do with it what you want to with it than send it off to somebody else and then you have no control of the money anymore? And so that's one of the things. Do you understand anything about inflation? I'm going to start questioning you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to tell you a thing. I'm not going to coach you and start trying to spew all this out. I'm going to start questioning you, see where you're at first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, look, I was just as skeptical, just like you years ago. I know exactly where you are now because I was there. And I'm living proof that this does work. Everybody sitting around here 5 years that I told them about said I was getting scammed, said I was going to get ripped off. Why are you making that company that's selling gold and silver collectible coins rich? Okay, go out there and who are you going to buy from then? Because if you're buying something from anybody, you're making their bottom line and you're making them rich, right? Anywhere you go. That's just the way the world works. What's the problem?
David, I got a question for you to confirm some stuff while we're doing what we're doing. Now, it's 1, 2, it's 5 of us on there. Now, how many people know about fiat currency?
How many people know about fiat currency?
Just right here that you think.
Oh, right here?
Just with the panel, right? How many of y'all just on the panel know about fiat currency?
I know 2 of us for sure because I don't know the other 3.
Yeah. Well, I know I learned from Ray. That's how I know.
I'm about to say we learned it from Ray. So it's about 4 of us over here.
Now, can you explain to everybody that's out there that don't know what fiat currency is?
What fiat currency is an IOU, a promissory note that the government says this is worth $100, $5, $10, $20, whatever, $50, $1, dime, nickel, quarter, penny, whatever. That's whatever the government says that is and puts the face value on it. And it has nothing backing it. There's nothing stabilizing. Nothing. No gold. Like I said, from the time this country started, the Constitution flat out said no state, every state can make their own gold and silver coinage with their own symbols and everything else on it. But if I went from Louisiana to Texas and I brought over a 1 ounce gold coin and I paid for something with it, it's going to be the exact same thing as that Louisiana coin. They're going to take my Texas coin, no problem, because it's guaranteed. Well, that's the way our country is supposed to be running with the money. You can't make gold and silver. Only God made it. You can only dig it up out of the ground and put it together. And then you can make it into a coin and say, weight and purity, government backs it by its weight and purity. Then you can trust that it's a sovereign nation coin backed by the government because it's actual money. Now, I read that scripture to y'all the other night whenever we were at Cafe Del Rio. God doesn't give us a business pattern, a business model to follow. You got something that generates income. That's Genesis, what was it? Genesis 34 or 24? Can't remember. But anyway, you got something that's generating income. What did Abraham do? He turned it into gold and silver. That's how you store up wealth. That's the real money. You generate the income with a business or whatever. Start off like most people that we were from 33 to 74. They wiped out that whole generation of people that knew what sound money was before 1933. Wiped them out. Gone. Dead. That just like God did in the desert with with Israel. 40 years in the desert. And then he turned around 70 years in Babylon. So they took a play out of the Bible handbook, the people that print this money, this funny money.
And that's what I tell people, David. If they said the streets paved in gold, why you gonna die to see the streets paved in gold when you can stay right and you can start where you stand?
Well, the thing, like I said, the thing is, Solomon was rich, very rich. But why was he rich? He didn't ask for riches when God says, what do you want? What did he ask for? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
So where's our wisdom? Open your Bible. It tells you right there in the scriptures exactly how to run a business and exactly what wealth is and how you store it up. Then it tells you every time you have your children, when you go out there and create a family, it tells you what? It says the parents are to lay up for the children, not the children for the parents. We got a whole generation. We got a couple of generations now that have been saying, I don't care what happens to my kids whenever I'm gone. They'll fend for themselves. I'm sorry. That's not what we're supposed to do with our children. We're supposed to raise them up in God's ways, and we're supposed to teach them how to be kings and priests in this world. That's it.
Okay, so I have another question, man. So should we as American citizens be concerned about this new BRIC alliance that's going on?
Talking about BRICS, Brazil, Russia. I mean, no, you shouldn't be concerned with it whatsoever. It's just a monetary system change, and the people over there on the other side of the world says we're sick and tired of what you're doing in the United States. Kind of what happened in 1971. That's when he took us off the gold standard, because why? They figured out that the United States government was having too much money printed and sending it all over the world. And we're getting all this cheap stuff, and that money ain't buying as much as it used to. They said, nope, we're getting our gold. Here's your dollars back. And they gave that gold to those countries. And it's all history. All you got to do is dig and connect the dots. So now, go ahead.
So
no worries with BRICS.
So the reason why I asked the question is because it seemed like people are getting away from the dollar, which makes the dollar less valuable, right?
Well, the thing is, if you're not using it and nobody wants it, where's it going to go? It's all going to come flooding back here into the United States of America, and it's all digital. It's all, you can take and burn all of the dollars, but you borrowed it, so you got to still pay it back. You can burn it, but it's the Federal Reserve. You already borrowed it. Now pay it back. And who's paying all this back?
The laborers, the people that's paying tax,
making us do it.
Taxpayers.
We're labor slaves.
So that's the reason for my question. If all of the dollars come flooding back into America,
hyperinflation,
exactly. Like, so it seems like that should be. It seems like that'll be the chain reaction that leads to the crash of the economy.
We already gave you what protects you and why we shouldn't
exactly.
Because
while we're stacking,
you stack as fast as you can.
No, I got you. I'm saying so for people that don't know about silver and gold, they should really start looking into it, because it seems like to me we're headed toward a economy crash is what it seems like.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Historically, fiat currency crashes 100% of the time. Every fiat currency has done it.
It goes to zero.
Yeah.
So,
what are you saying,
do you think we're gonna get? Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was saying every economy that's built on a fiat currency system goes back to zero.
Yes.
I don't care what country, I don't care what place. If you don't have intrinsic value on your money, it goes to zero. And everybody they don't have a clue, because the biggest scam, the biggest scheme is the US dollar not backed by nothing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, whenever the central bank digital currencies say they do go through and they roll out, what is that? What do you expect that to be? It is nothing more than a digital, what we're doing now with paper. But it's now digital, and now it resets. Everything resets to zero. It's not going to be based upon the dollar. It's going to be a whole new money little system in exchange. It's going to be all that. It's going to be that blockchain type setup and everything else, and it's programmed, and they can track every spend, every bit of money you spend. Now, one of the candidates that's running for president said he ain't going to let that happen. You know what? I can't see the future. I can't see the future, and we'll see what's going to happen. Let's wait and see, because it doesn't matter what's going to happen in the future. What happens now is what's going to be better off and make your decision future better, because what you decide to do now, if you do the right things and you understand the money, which the wealthy, the bankers, and the rich have all, the governments and around the world have always known money to be gold and silver. Now, why do you
then I
think
got
yeah.
a question for you too, David. When we was at our meeting at Cafe Del Rio, and they showed most of the financial educations for the financial institutions.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold did they buy off of our money? See, that's the thing. The banks take our money and they buy gold and silver. They buy real money. While we sit, go ahead, David. I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I looked it up. And let me see if I can even pull it up. I might be able to pull it up on my history real quick if it don't mess things up, because I hadn't been on here all day. How much gold did central banks buy in 2023? Here it comes. It was, according to the search results, central banks collectively bought 1,037.4 tons of gold in 2023, making the second successive year of significant purchases. So 1,037 tons of gold. And then People's Bank of China, they bought 225 tons of gold. Now, if gold and silver is not real money, why are they buying all this stuff up? National Bank of Poland bought 130 tons. Governments are buying it up.
But what are the people doing?
The people are chasing the dollar because
So do y'all foresee
everybody's out there knocking silver and gold, and they're pushing Bitcoin and all this other kind of stuff, stock market and everything else. Financial advisors will not tell you about gold and silver because they don't make money.
They don't make money off of it, and that's the thing.
I've been speaking to her, trying to show her this for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and she said, "I can't do that because I'll lose. I'm a financial advisor, and I'm tied to my company. I can't do that. I can't get a membership with 7K. I can't do it as a business." And I said, "Well, you don't have to. Just get it and buy gold and silver through it." And she's like, "I can't because I'll lose, and it's a federal government thing." And I'm like, "What? I'm gonna have to look into that." I said, "If you don't want to do it, just tell me. That's the way I think about it."
Now, what you was asking, DJ Mann?
Do y'all foresee us going back to a barter system if the economy
temporarily, maybe temporarily, because it won't last long. But you'll have to do something like that, and it'll be temporary. But bartering system is never successful in the world. It works for a little while, but you have to go and you have
back to real money.
You gotta go back to the real money.
Man, the hood was raised off of the barter system, bro.
I mean, you can do it on the down low. I mean, you can do it, but you know, you can barter. But if the government catches you bartering, they're gonna get you.
the thing about it is,
we're supposed to be a free country.
Yeah,
what I feel like God just showing us, go back to his money. What he put it right there in Genesis, from the book of Genesis to the book of Revelations, they talking about gold and silver.
Yep.
And then, okay, streets paved in gold. Then you look at
who made us. He did.
God.
He gave us a direction in the scriptures and told us what money is. Are we going to go with that, or are we going to go with something man can corrupt? I had a man that was an elder in a former church where I used to worship. Tell me, that everything is God's. Everything's God. That money you earn, that shirt you earn. Oh yeah, it is all created by God. But man made that paper and corrupts it. It's corruptible. So God didn't make that. Man made that. God made the gold and silver so that we stay honest.
And when I looked at the U.S. debt clock, and I saw most people live off credit and currency, and the debt on credit and currency is at 623 trillion. That doesn't tell you it's a problem right there. Fool's gold always turn green, and that's what you use.
So look, check this out. I got another one for y'all, man. So I know recently, I said this recently, but it was last year, right? Uganda, which is one of the poorest countries in the world, recently found a gold reserve worth 13 trillion dollars.
Come on.
There you go. They got their cut. If they do it right, they've got
Well,
God's money right there in the ground, but they still got to
well,
dig
my
it up.
question is, how long do y'all think it's going to be before Uganda all of a sudden has a terrorist and America have to go over there and kill him?
I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
It happens all the time. I'm just
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Dustin left the scene.
Look at Gaddafi. Look at Gaddafi in Libya. He said, "We're going
did,
to
look,
there ain't gonna be no
every
central bank
person-
here in Libya." And what they do? Boom.
Yeah,
Right.
every person that went against the Federal Reserve
You think
ended
you're
up
gonna have no
assassinated.
central bank, right?
Every last one of them.
Saddam
Uganda,
Hussein was the same way. Saddam Hussein was not going to play with central banking, and they took him out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was all about terrorism. Nope.
They got weapons of mass destruction. Hey, my girl Angie, shout out to Angie, man. Angie been a fan and fam of the channel for a long time. She said it's not going to be long before they go over there. I know it, Angie. I know it.
It's breaking. Hey,
Yeah.
it's breaking loose now. Israel just got it on both sides that they attack people on both sides of them and hit them. So that's. I'm sitting there looking at that, going, Only thing that's happening right now is a huge, major distraction, and the biggest transfer of wealth is really going down right now. It is going. It is on the tracks racing. I mean, it is NASCAR. It is the Indy cars. It is on. They're running.
And since COVID, you look at COVID. Since COVID, it has been more currency printed up just in 1 year than the whole world history.
Dude, it's
1 year.
Every 100 days, 100 trillion, a little over 100 days, that's $1 trillion going onto our deficit right now. So, and not to mention the unfunded liabilities are around 240 or 280,000. Million, 280 trillion. That unfunded liabilities.
Go ahead. What you were saying?
That kind of brings me to
280 something trillion in unfunded liabilities.
That kind of brings me to my next subject, right? My next topic. So I have a theory. I have a theory, man. So do y'all feel like y'all remember at first when it was Trump versus Biden? Trump was in the lead by a lot, right?
Talking about in 2016?
No. This year for the election.
Okay.
Like it was understood that if they go into the whole debate and everything, man, it gets down to it.
Yeah,
Trump is going to win by a landslide.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think, bro? I find it mighty funny that since Kamala has been in the race and Biden dropped off, how much things have swung, right? All of a sudden, towards Kamala's side.
Oh,
because
now she's got 100% support.
Well, check it out. Look at what happened. All of a sudden, since she got in the race, they started attacking women. They started attacking. They started attacking like Trump and Vance. They just started doing things to tear down the whole
and separate.
It's like I'm like, are they doing this on purpose?
Right now, I don't care who's running the person or anything else. It's all by design. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party are just as corrupt. They're all corrupt. I do not support any of them.
That's my point.
No,
that's my whole point.
Definitely.
That's my whole point. It's like they're doing this on purpose. At first, Trump was Trump came around. Yeah, Trump came around to save us from Biden, and now all of a sudden, Kamala is saving us from Trump, and it's like, bro, hold on, wait a minute, what's going on?
We gotta have an enemy. You see something right there? The thick one is the Texas Constitution. The thin one is the U.S. Constitution. More authority here than this has authority. Federal government don't have authority over the states that the 9th and 10th Amendment didn't give them. Flat out don't have the authority to even tax us. They don't even have the authority to do anything to us. We're not a constitutional republic. We're an oligarchy. And it is nothing what the founders of the United States of America gave us in 1776 and ratified it in the 1790s. Ain't nothing like what we had.
we got to take a break, man. Shout out to my girl Malaya, man. Malia, I'm sorry. Hey, this is the homie, man. She been around for a long time too. Her and Ange, bro. So shout out to her. I hadn't seen her around in a minute, man. Look, she say, hey, big boom. He not even on here yet. She think she think Destin is boom because of the beard.
Dang, boy, you just slimmed down fast, man.
Yeah, man. But that's the homie, man. She coming in all the way from Hawaii. So I just wanted to give
Okay.
her a shout out right quick. And speaking of shout outs, we definitely got to shout out Warriors Lounge. It's Warriors Nutrition on Facebook, man. But they're located at 5543 East Parkway in Groves. Make sure you tell them DJ Man TV sent you. And you know they're gonna look out for you, man. Try the protein waffle. I guarantee you, man, you're gonna love it. But I just wanted to give them a shout out real quick. But yeah, let's get back to it, man. I just had to give my homie a shot. I hadn't seen her around in a minute.
Yeah, and see, like I was telling you, DJ, man, that's why we have to come together as one nation and
For
demand a
sure.
better life. And you see how diverse we are. None of us is smart as all of us.
God made us, and we're all diverse. Every single one of us. We all look different. We all have everything. We're all created by God. You're my cousins. We all came from Adam and Eve. We're all family on this planet. So why are we
Yeah.
letting governments divide us? Why are we letting governments tell us who's this or that or whatever? I know a man by a man. I know a man by the way he acts. I
Yeah.
treat him by the way he acts. I will leave him alone. I treat him like, I don't want nothing to do with you if you're that way, a bad person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hang around bad people like that. I'll try to bring them to the Lord, but don't cast your pearls before swine.
And then I want to say thank you, David, for your service too in the military. You know, he's a veteran as well, so he fought the good fight, so we could be free over here. So I want to just say thank you too for your
For
service.
sure. For sure.
Hans
For sure,
57.
man. She's like, cause she's so mixed. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's my thing, man. I just feel like I feel like we're really being played, and that's the reason why I don't get into it when it comes to like national politics. You know, I don't like. I get in trouble a lot, man, because I tell people I don't follow. I follow it, but I don't really vote. I don't really vote like talking about when it comes to the presidential election, bro, because I don't really feel like the vote matters. I don't think if we,
It
I think,
Not
I
now,
think
don't.
if we,
We learned
yeah,
that.
exactly.
So they're gonna make a choice regardless. It don't matter.
Sorry, that is the way we're supposed to do it, but we're being told to do it. But it's rigged. They do have it rigged.
Yep.
It's all rigged.
Exactly.
We don't actually get the people in there. You have to take care of your own house first. Well, right here at the
Yes.
local level, politics at the local level, you'll
Yes.
fix the stuff up at the top because the local levels ain't going to put up with it all the time. You got to
Exactly.
get your own house. You got to sweep your own house first.
That's
And
it.
it's funny
That
you
is
say that.
Super
I got
unknown
this
friend.
quote one. Be your own White House.
Be
You
your,
see that?
be your own bank too.
Be your
Yeah.
own bank.
Be on everything at this point.
Because if you depending on the government, that's already in, like I said, 620 something trillion in debt. It's not guaranteed that we're gonna even have a social security.
That federal government's only supposed to be an arbitrator for the states to keep peace between the states and call the states together to defend this ground that we stand on and live on. So that federal government we have now is nothing but a big clown show, and that's it. It is nothing but a circus. And I'm serious. I do not play those games, and I get in a lot of trouble from it, and I don't care. I'm going to speak up and speak my mind and tell you. And that's I said, these guys out there talking the politics and bantering back and forth about personal this and personal that, this and that and everything else. Well, God already told us what's right and wrong. I'll call you out if you turn around and lie to me and tell me another story. I'll do that. And I don't mind anybody doing that and pointing out the problems and issues. When those guys in Washington, D.C. are pointing fingers, how many fingers pointing back?
Oh, yeah.
They're all hypocrites and they're all guilty. They're doing the same exact thing that they're hollering about and yelling about. They just want something different. And I'm serious. I saw the communist witch hunts in Washington, D.C. when I was a kid, and I learned and watching it all. They were trying to kick people out of Washington and all kind of stuff. We do have communism in the United States of America. We do have socialists bringing it in, and that's coming around the world. And it was in the Philippines when I was in the Philippines. They were just running down the road. I can't understand them, but my nephew was telling me that's the Communist Party, and they're out there pushing free stuff. They get you free. They get you free. Everything's free. Everybody's equal. Yeah, no, they're not.
So you can stay right there, and that's the thing. They keep the projects. You know, they keep you right there with the assistants, and then they tell you, "Hey, stay right there. If you get a job, then you're gonna lose your benefits." It wasn't designed for you to have it forever.
If I put the honey out, the bees are gonna come. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And then I know you're doing some stuff out there in the Philippines as well, David. What are y'all doing out there in the Philippines?
We bought property on a beachfront and developing it into a resort. We got like almost 2 acres, 251 foot of beachfront, and developing it, and going to put some domes, 30-foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom domes on them, and then go on those high-end, high dollars at $45,000 a week. Ain't nothing but a drop in the bucket in their lifestyle. I'm gonna be having some private set up there, a resort they can come into, all inclusive, fly them in with a helicopter. I've been working on that since about 2017. We started putting money into it and got the walls around it, got one dome on it so far. We're going to finish that in March. So I'm going to start looking for some more beachfront properties once I get a couple of those rented out. Got the jungle property, got 20 acres, turned it into a jungle resort. So I
need that beachfront property, sir.
What's that?
I said I need that beachfront property, sir.
And
you're gonna talk later. I need a blueprint.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I got friends and family discounts that don't cost $45,000 a week. So
let me say something. Bree, you always saying for us to look out for you. That's the reason why your inbox stay full. That right there. you play around too doggone much.
I'm talking about
what you say?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'll be quiet. My brother said,
"Hey, look, you know they out there." Did she say sugar daddy?
Yeah. You see sugar daddy. The sugar daddy come in, he'll come Bree.
Hey, you say honey?
So who
we got a message.
Who's finally jumped in and started stacking so far? I'm gonna raise my hand.
Right.
Hey, I'm stacking. Hey, I don't have this God gold for nothing.
Let me ask you, like I said, if I can go, if I can put $2,600 or $2,700 into a gold 1 ounce coin, and I got that cash, and then whenever I show it to you and everybody else, and next year when I file my taxes, that's one of my promotional tools expenses, and I get my $2,600 back. What does that make that gold pretty much like? Because they were already going to keep that money.
The asset.
So what? Yeah. That's like getting free gold and silver. And then on top of that, if you run this as a business, the company that pays us makes them. You're buying a coin every month, and your commissions are paying for your coins every month. It ain't coming out of my pocket. So I get a coin because of the commission. Then I take that coin and show it and promote it. And then I go put it in my little display. And then I get my 12 months, and I deduct all 12 months of those $139, $150 coins that I got. Who cares if it's $150 that I put out for shipping, handling, and a coin? I got a refund, and now I got an asset in my hand. Win-win. Win-win.
I got another question for you too, Dave.
That's real.
Huh?
I got to have another question for you. That company that we invested with, that 7K Metals, is it debt free? And how much did they gross last year?
Over 100 million. So I don't know exact. That's what I heard Tony Hubbard tell me. So they're selling like crazy.
Debt free, 100%, right?
Well, you have a billionaire backed it, and he was the bank. So they didn't go to the regular bank and borrow money. This man knows how to build a legacy business. It's going to be around for a long time. It's 7 years, already 7 years in business almost.
So there's three multi-millionaires, a founder, and one multi-billionaire.
Yep. And so you got a board.
Come on.
Board that the owners don't run everything. The board runs everything. Guess who's on the board? The field. You've got a voice on the board. So this is the way our business runs. We are listened to. We're out there in the world. All we're doing is asset referral marketing. That's it. Affiliate asset referral marketing. We're just telling people where to buy the gold and silver. You got to be a product of the product. You got to show the people what it is, because we're not educated in our society about gold and silver. We've got to educate them. You've got to find out where they're at. So this whole area of Southeast Texas, I find it very hard because we got a lot of chemical plants. We got some people making making six-figure incomes working out them chemical plants, and they feel like they're sitting pretty.
Until it go to zero.
Yeah, they're sitting there. One guy told us at the gun show when we were out there on Sunday, he says, I got my 401k, I'm good. I said, okay, all right.
But what about when your 401k turn into 1K?
That's right. Zero. I mean, there can be no K on it. It's zero.
Yeah.
So you cannot put your trust in that dollar. You just can't do it. You can't put your trust in the gold and silver either. It's God's. Somebody can steal it from you. You wind up losing it all like that. So,
but what if you put that
risk, huh?
But what if you put that money in the Sound Money wallet and let it sit there and appreciate over time? How can they steal it then?
Who's saving in a bank right now? Raise your hand. Serious question. Who's saving, putting money in a bank in a savings?
I save a little bit, but I save a whole lot in gold and silver.
Is that where you try to save your money?
No.
Is that your nest egg where you're trying to put your nest egg? That's the question. So,
my nest egg is secured in real estate and then Sound Money.
The other three there where are you putting your nest egg? What are you saving? What is it that you're using? That is it in fiat currency, or is it in who was it we was talking about? 10X. What's the guy's name?
Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone. He loves money flow. That's how we get rich. You create money flow. Well, when the money flow stops, what you got is an asset. If you ain't got no gold and silver, you ain't got no money anymore.
She
so you
said,
better be saving it.
What was the comment?
She said
I work at a bank but don't have a savings.
Huh.
Work at a bank and don't have a savings. So what are you doing? Or you don't have any, you don't have a savings account, or you don't have any money because your paycheck is not allowing you to put 10, 20, 30% aside or whatever for your future.
Hey, David, what I said about the paycheck, people right now don't go from paycheck to paycheck. What do they go from?
Paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck. Because inflation.
I got another one for you, David. Anthony wants to know, do you do digital real estate where you sell open ad space on websites like ESPN or Sports Illustrated?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I don't know how to do it. Don't have a mentor. I'm in my business here, building 100% to get it where I want it.
Definitely surviving.
So I stay focused on what
definitely surviving.
So I'm not going to go after shiny stuff, but that's not something I've ever learned about. But again,
just enough to see paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, we're playing in a world where real money is the game, and everything else is generating income, and that's fine. There's everything else. You got to do something to generate that income, but you got to take that income and you've got to put it aside. And if you have excess and you're not living on it and you're not having to spend it, you can't save the dollar. You got to put it into an asset. And it's so easy to put that money into that asset. Now with 7K Sound Money Wallet, you can just digitally put it in there. And now it's backed by a physical asset sitting in that vault. And then you can go get it and pick it up, or you can have it delivered. You know what my thing is? I want to go on vacation. I'm going to drive up there and I'm going to write it off. And I'm going to stop down at 7K headquarters and I'm going to visit the headquarters where I'm an affiliate of. And I'm gonna write that mileage off while I'm up there going on vacation. I'm gonna take a vacation while I'm there. So
yeah, it's just I like
it's all part of the game.
I like the write-offs. I like the education. I love that it's a completely debt-free. And you know, with my wife been in banking for 30 plus, 38, 37 years, we know what's going on with the money. So you got to protect yourself. That's the whole thing. Is just get educated and don't be afraid of not knowing about it. Learn from it.
Two
That's what
books.
I tell a lot of people. Don't let your think you knows stop you from learning what you don't know.
Right.
So
Listen to people. Open it up.
what's y'all thoughts on this, man? So Ant says, do you agree? You say the real estate is probably the safest investment compared to gold and silver and the stock market. So
They
what do you
work
think?
hand in hand. Real estate and real money,
Yeah.
because real estate gonna always appreciate over time. Real money gonna always appreciate over time. But
Your
you
real
just can't just
estate, your real estate must be income producing real estate.
income producing real
Must be
estate.
income producing, because if you buy real estate, sit on it, you're paying taxes on it, and
Right.
you never know what the value is it going to be. So why own real estate unless you're going to have income producing real estate? And the
That's a
problem
good
is
point.
you have to take that real estate and sell it. How long does it take you to do that? I can instantly convert my gold and silver into into currency again, and go use my $500 or $400 or $1,000 however I need to in that emergency. But if I'd have put it in the bank, it ain't gonna buy me as much. That $1,600 1 ounce gold coin in 2019 that I got, that's $2,600 now. And if that was sitting there if I put that $1,600 into the Sound Money wallet at the same time, I'd have $2,600 available to. I could go over there and say, well, I want $500 of that $2,600 in the Sound Money wallet.
I got a question for you, David. So you're overseas. You have a beachfront property that you're doing. Did that money come from the money invested in the silver and gold?
No, we don't use that for that. We're not at the point where we're using our silver and gold. I won't do that. What I would do, what I was going to lead to, and I was going to say this, good question there, because I would rather put my money into and borrow against it. Give them my collateral. Take that money and put it into my project. That's what we learned from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Pay yourself first. And then also The Richest Man in Babylon. Those are two books that everybody needs to read. Richest Man in Babylon and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you haven't read them. Those are two things that I said, nah, it don't work. But you know what? Yes, it does.
Ray, I'm supposed to be getting that book.
And that's another book, good book too. That movie Fake. I mean that book Fake Money, Fake Teachers, and Fake Assets. If you just get that Robert Kiyosaki book and read that book right there, Fake, it's gonna really
that book
enlighten you on a lot of things.
Yes, exactly. Your question there, probably the safe and investment in the real estate market compared to residential because it produces income for you. Yes, but again, if nobody can pay your rent, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
if nobody can pay the rent.
Somebody on that know about fiat currency. Because somebody said I told my husband to take the fiat currency out of the bank. But if you take the fiat currency out of the bank, you have to turn some of that fiat currency into sound money. Because you gotta have cash flow and you gotta secure your money. That's the two things that work hand in hand.
Yeah, but your gold and silver does not make you money. Bullion, that does not make you money. It's a defensive measure only. It's just all you're doing is insurance. That's insurance, and it's improving very good. It went down, and my account was 11,500. It went down to 10,700 in like 3 days. So what? I bought some more gold. So I went ahead and bought the dip. If it goes down, but don't wait for the dips. If you've got cash, you've got to get it into something that is real assets. So you put it, it's a very easy way to do it. And so again, your cash flow, if your cash flow is gone, what do you have left over? All the real estate and all the commercial real estate, it's all great and good. That is great. Nothing wrong with it. But when that system collapses, it's not for you at that time frame. You're going to have real money until it gets back to where it should be. Recovery.
What you saying, DJ Man?
So for someone that's considering getting into this, right? What is a good minimum to start off with?
What's that?
What is a good minimum for someone to start off with, like to invest into?
That's all kind of up to the individual, because
yes.
I would say if you're putting money into a 401k and things like that. No, I'm not giving financial advice or anything. I'm giving this is my opinion. But I've learned from people that are professional financial advisors. The thing is I'm not going to put my money in the 401k anymore. I'm going to stop doing that. I might put the minimum 3%. Go ahead and take advantage of it. But if you're putting the maximum in, why? Put it into a real asset and divide that asset class up into bullion, sovereign nation coins, and collectible coins. You got 3 classes of precious metals.
So that's good. That's good game right there. That's good game. But because that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Instead of investing in putting your money in the 401k and then waiting until you get older and stuff, take that same money that you was gonna put into that and put it into gold and silver, and it'll appreciate more than what your 401k would. I got that. But for someone,
as the dollar depreciates, you're gonna reflect that in the cost of gold and silver.
Right.
Now, for someone that's living what you say paycheck to paycheck, what I'm saying, like my girl say, she got she works at the bank, but she don't have a savings account. What would you tell someone like that might be looking into getting into silver and go? And the reason why I'm asking this because I'm trying to round this thing off, man, before we go into our sports section and get out of here. So what would you tell someone that's they're going paycheck to paycheck and they're just trying to figure out how can they get into the silver and gold game? What would you tell them? What would be a good safe amount that they could say, okay, you're taking a gamble on it? It's not really even a gamble, but you're working
there
toward.
There is no gamble.
Yeah. What amount would you
just got
advise them to work toward?
She just got a job only. So
a job only.
Side business. She doesn't have any side hustle. She don't have whatever. She's not doing. She's not self-employed on the side, anything like that. And so if she's just working a job, if this is the case, if she's just working a job, you have to start a side business. You have to start a home-based business.
You can write off.
It's going to give you the tax advantages. That's going to give you the ability to have those things that you can write off. Your office space in your house, that's about 10%. They're going to give you on deductions there. Your electricity, your cell phone bill, your property taxes, all kind of things like that. You're going to be able to keep anywhere between, on average, whenever you look this up on the Google it, you'll be able to keep on average about $4,000 to $8,000 extra dollars a year. Would that help her?
That could help.
Would that help her out? And then take that money because of the refund. Now she's going to make I call it a tax savings program. Now that you've started your business, you can't quit. You got to keep going because you got to get through your first year in business. And you're going to run your business. And it's necessary for you to get that one coin every month. That makes it a deductible expense because $7K is necessary for you to make some money with them and get paychecks from them and commission checks from them. And made it necessary. So it's a legitimate tax write-off. So that's, just say she did the 125 times 12. So 125 times 12, that's going to be $1,500 in a deduction. She's going to get that money back because those are
get that money back every year.
Necessary, remember? She's going to get a $1,500 refund just for those. Mileage, 61.5 cents a mile. How many miles you want to do on your business? Drive as many as you can.
So what you were saying, DJ Man?
That's a lot of money adding up.
I got some game for whoever that is out there, right there. You only working a 9 to 5 and you're looking to have some money to invest in anything. This is my game for you because after this we're gonna get into sports, right? So I would say start you a home-based business like David was saying. Me personally, what I do is picking up a camera has been a good investment because you can do so many things with a camera. Get you a camera, a laptop, and some lights. You could do so much. Like even right now, I'm in my home office, right? That's a tax write-off at the end of the year. You take that money that you make from sitting in front of the camera working. If you look at the bottom of the screen, we have our sponsor, right? Mary Jane's Wildflower. They're in Lumberton, Texas, man, at 841 South Main Street. Make sure you tell them DJ Man TV sent you. That right there is money in the bank.
Ching ching.
Right? So now while I'm sitting at home, spend an hour a day talking to you guys, having fun on social media. We letting the bank account work, and now you have money where you can invest in to other things. So that's what I would say, man. Get you a camera. You can even use iPhones at this point, and you can produce a good product and put it out there. And you can get monetization on your social media, and you can also have sponsors and ads. It's just so many things that you could do right from the privacy of your own home, and then use that as a tax write-off at the end of the year, and use that money to invest.
How
That's
many
my game.
businesses can you actually run? There ain't
How
no
many
limit.
do I?
There
Yeah,
ain't no
exactly.
limit. There's no-
Exactly.
So you got one business, and you take those profits from that one business, and you roll it in your 7K business, and you roll that into your gold and silver. You write that
Exactly.
up, and now you got double your money. You just doubled your money.
For sure.
Seriously, you doubled your
So
money.
that's just like me.
$2,100. She
I
throws
just
in six.
For sure, fam. I'll see
Right,
you
let me
later.
finish real quick. She throws in $600 extra for the membership to get her business started up. That's a business startup cost. That's $2,100 she's gonna get back next year. If she did that, she'd only have 5 months worth of coins, but then $600 back. So
it's just like I was saying. I just showed this. Okay, this probably worth $500-$600, if not more. Okay, I just wrote that off. Just showing that.
Yep, you write it off only one time, but you can continually use it as a tool in your toolbox after you write it off. You still get to
Aloha.
use the hammer after you wrote it off.
So Malia, we do this every Friday, man. So check us out next Friday.
She's doing the Hawaii symbol.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And
So
we have a lot of business partners out there in Hawaii too. I think 7.
she in
What is
Ohio
it,
right
David?
now. She in Ohio right now, but she that's where she's from, but she's in Ohio right now.
Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of business partners out there too. I think we got a business partner at 7 islands out there, David, with Pastor Gary. I think that's Pastor Gary, one of our business partners. But yeah, we got a lot of people out there in Hawaii and nationwide, period.
All right, man.
We're
So
in
look,
11
now we got
countries. If you like to go on vacation, you just get to pick one of the countries we're in, and you go over there to do business. And now you got to go on a vacation and write it off.
All right. Definitely appreciate you, David, on everything. We're gonna do the 409 Sports of Heat. But hey, thank you for sharing those great words of wisdom.
Nice to meet y'all.
Sure. Likewise,
Thank you,
likewise.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
For sure, man. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get my boy Dustin in here, man. I was about to call him David. We're gonna get him in here, man. Talk some sports with us real quick, man. What you got over there at 409 Heat Sports, bro?
Got a big fight tomorrow. Bud Crawford finally for the step back in the ring, get his scrap on.
Yeah.
I forget.
How do you think he gonna fare in that fight, man? They say that old boy some good competition.
If Bud ain't typical business mind on it, Bud, he could get knocked out.
Yeah, that's what they say. He's fast. They say the dude is fast and he got power.
Uh-oh.
So I hope Bud is on his A game.
Yeah.
I would hate for him to BS Spence out of the rematch just to get laid out like Haney was.
No.
Man, what you think about what's my British dude name, bro? The British fighter.
Who, Lennox Lewis?
No, not the one fight now.
Joshua.
Joshua, man. What do you think about Joshua?
He's still sucking boxing.
He just
had a nice win. Like last month?
Yeah, but he still fight like a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Him, Wilder, Tyson Fury.
Oh, Wilder is done. It's over with for Wilder.
Like they basically take swings and paw at you and hope Big Baby, the new Big Baby, he probably the only one that can scrap.
Yeah.
Out of the heavyweights, because I guess they just took a bunch of big football players that couldn't make it in the league and decided to put gloves on them, and they just going at it. Because I don't really like the heavyweight division like that no more, because it's too many unskilled fighters.
Yeah, it's not boxing, it's brawling, is what it looked like.
It's really fights.
Yeah.
They got that fighting for real. But it should be a good card. There's a bunch of good fights going on that card. So I'll be watching it. I'll be reviewing it, talking about it. Should be a dandy.
Yeah. Man,
But
what about this Olympic competition, man? You seen anything in there
these
going
Olympics
on?
going crazy.
Yeah.
They going ham over there.
I'm sitting there following it. I'm like, the Americans getting medals in sports they wasn't good at ever in life.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they getting a little medal. They some of them bronze, but hey, that's a foot in the door that you didn't have.
They top right now. What they at 41 points?
I think they was in the lead last time I checked with the
They are in the league, but it's like 41, 42. And
Yeah.
then you see what Simone Biles said, her comment when they won? Whoa!
Because that ex-teammate was doing
Shots
some
fired.
unnecessary hating.
Yeah, for what?
We get it. You ain't on the team. That's fine. Chill on the
Salty.
sideline and be quiet.
She's salty as the ocean.
It's gonna be all right. She gonna have that high blood pressure.
Exactly. She gonna be all right.
Dude, but
Hey,
all of them hit goal.
China is killing it in goals right now, bro. They got 13 gold medals right now to the US 9.
Yeah, they just stepped up, but it's a medal total that's
The medal total is ridiculous.
But the problem is a lot of the sports that Americans usually dominate in, they don't come to later. Like track and field just kicked off yesterday.
Yeah.
The basketball is a long way from being finished. Soccer is a long way from being finished.
That's gonna be the one right there.
Hopefully the men's carry through because the women's been carrying for the last 10 years.
I'm about to say women coming up on top.
But they both went through the first round pretty smooth. So hopefully they keep it up. But you know, it's a thing that I say all the time. The Americans not gonna dominate soccer until Americans start taking soccer as a serious sport.
That part. We don't take it as serious as the others. We take every other sport other than soccer as serious.
We show up for soccer when it's World Cup and when it's Olympic time.
That part. Only when we really being talked about in that sport.
Yeah. You go to them other countries, boy, they be ready to brawl. It be
they die hard fans, but they go hard for football.
The Man of Better Life podcast, man, and while I'm trying to focus on the podcast, but meanwhile they going crazy. Bro, they going crazy. I'm like, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I'm like, it's hard to stay focused, man.
Hey, it is what it is. But
what's your thoughts on what's her name, man? What's her name? Jordan Childs.
Oh, you talking about her?
Oh, she gonna take over because I'm pretty sure Simone about to retire.
I think so too.
I'm pretty sure
she's been in for a while.
This might be. She probably got one more year in her, maybe.
She grew Jordan to take over.
Yeah,
because Jordan was struggling, couldn't quite make the team. Simone moved her down to Texas, put her in her gym, got her going, got her confidence up, got her skills up, and now Jordan is. I think she only 23, so it's go ahead and run with it.
Yeah,
man, I like her and the other chick too. What's the other chick name, man? She's like mixed.
I can't think of her name right now, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she good though. Like I like all three of those.
It's a whole new batch coming through. It's like
for sure.
Gymnastics, it's like gymnastics. You peak out and retire once you hit like 28.
Yeah, for real.
So there's a whole new batch coming through, and even the men's gymnastic team got some people in there, got them some medals, which they usually do. But they coming up.
Man, I think the WNBA is only going to get better with this new batch of players coming in next season. You know, I think the sky's the limit for the WNBA right now. In a minute, if the NBA don't tighten up, the WNBA gonna take over.
But that's why they trying to lowball them with that TV deal.
I know, and that's crazy.
Because they know it's coming. They see what's going on in women's college sports. Like, yo, Juju and them, Paige and them, they got this sucker rocking. And they coming out the draft next year.
Man, and what's crazy is now you got to look at it. these young girls that's in high school, they really have a new energy to them now because they know attention is on the sport right now.
Yeah.
So they really about to give it they all.
The money is coming.
Yeah.
They after the money now.
The next thing is coming is you're gonna see more females actually trying to dunk because they can right now. They just
but they don't have that. Yeah, they not doing it.
Because
it's gonna happen
Angel
soon.
can dunk.
Oh yeah,
Asia can dunk, but you never see them actually try.
That's my favorite though. That's my favorite, man. I think Asia is the GOAT, bro.
You ain't seen Brittany Griner dunk in probably 5 years.
I'm about to say, look, Brittany Griner over here can dunk, and you ain't seen her do nothing in a minute.
But they don't even attempt it because it's like this layup and this dunk worth the same 2 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to give this extra energy. I got to get back on defense.
But you know what? Though, when you look at it,
defense.
When you look at it though, that's smart because in the NBA, when dunking and stuff took off, you know, it was good for a little while, but then look at where we are now in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
When the league started transitioning and getting more popular, dunks wasn't really a big thing. People were more so concerned with the skill, the competition, and I think that's what the WNBA is right now. It's like they're more focused on skill, competition, and just being the best competitor that they could be. And they're gonna eventually evolve into the dunking and everything, man. But you know, right now they just want to get on the court and be dogs, and I love it.
Yeah, they 50 years behind the NBA.
Exactly.
You have to give them time to evolve, to build, to come up with all that thing. First off, commissioner need to be fired. They need to bring Cheryl Miller in because she actually care about the sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need to immediately expand. They talking about doing 2 teams, two new teams next year. They need to do 4.
Facts.
One of them need to be the comics. They need to bring them back.
Hey,
and
shout
then
out
they
to
can
my boy
expand
Floyd
and
Hope,
do all
man.
that other stuff.
You know the north side in there, bro.
Yeah. But I think
man.
the commissioner is what's been holding them back.
Facts. So you think we need to bring 8 teams in next year?
Yeah, because look at how many players got drafted and then cut because there was no room for them.
Facts.
Wow,
I'm about to say we definitely need more teams because I'm really trying to go to some games.
Because if you ask me, the whole draft should just be to the new teams.
That part.
Don't even the established teams, don't touch them. Send everybody to the new teams.
Yeah.
Easy fix. You got more teams, more games equals more money.
Yeah, that's facts, man. And I think the Aces is showing everybody how to market. I think mainstream media don't really put attention on them, but when you look at their marketing, bro, like those they A1. They A1, man. Them girls, they all ride together, and I just think it's dope, man. They take the camera around everywhere, man. They always doing behind the scenes stuff and highlighting each other, and they do it for each other. It ain't like they have a camera crew, of course, but they do it amongst themselves, which I think is dope.
But that because Mark Davis, who's the owner of the Aces, he took the NFL perspective of sports and brought it to them. Like, look, if y'all want to do behind the scene practice stuff, cool. Y'all want to do these little skits on the side, whatever. You want a podcast? I don't care.
It's dope. It's dope.
I just spent what Becky make about $2-3 million a year for a coach.
Yeah,
come on.
Look, as long as we win, I don't care what y'all doing. If y'all want to dance on the way to the court, everything record it.
Y'all want to
watch fans involved and have a good time.
Yeah, facts. Hey, it's dope because all it's doing is driving attention, driving value. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they touch the court or when they get to the facility, man, the interaction with them and the fans, the energy that the fans give is all because of all that behind the scenes stuff. So when they see them, bro, it's like people be feeling like they have a relationship with them already. Yeah.
So take Sid Colston. She's like a vet that plays when they need her to play. Other times she don't. She might have one of the biggest followings on the team, but just because who she is.
Yeah, facts.
She gonna act silly. She gonna crack her jokes.
Yeah.
But if it's game time and she need to go in there, play some defense, get a couple buckets, she on it.
Game time. Facts.
Run it.
And then when you got people named point guard, come on, bro. The point guard. That's a hard name.
Yeah.
That's a dope name.
The point guard.
And not only do she have the name, she get in and perform.
Yeah. She plays exactly like a female Chris Paul.
For sure.
It's and it ain't even far off. She do the mid-range jumpers, shoot them threes, get them passes the exact same way. It is weird.
Yeah. Facts, man. They got
the league as a whole is growing because there's talent on a lot of teams. The WNBA used to be like, all right, we got these 6 good teams and everybody else.
Yeah,
now,
for real.
You most of the league, maybe there's like 2, 3, 4 teams that's still struggling, but it happens. They got to build up. They got to expand their roster. They got to get rid of some old cats that ain't playing good no more.
Yeah.
But it'll be all right.
Yeah, that's the best. So look, let's move it over to the NFL, man. What do you think about this new kickoff rule and onside kick rule?
Who cares? Kickoff used to be you kick the ball, it hit the end zone, the play's over anyway.
Yeah.
So people complaining when there was nothing before. It might have been 4 kick returns last season.
I'm not mad at the kick return. I'm more upset about the onside kick.
I'm not mad at the onside either, because how many teams actually go for it?
I don't know, but you took away. It ain't about who all went for it. It's about the timing in which it was done. It's about what it brought to the game.
So what? That's like saying, hey, every team, I'm gonna take one of your water boys away.
No, it's way different than that. You can't do an onside kick into the fourth quarter, and you have to be in the lead.
What?
Who cares?
Oh, come on, man.
This is the thing.
No, you have to be down. I'm sorry, you can't be in the lead. You have to be down to do an onside kick.
How many teams actually attempt the onside kick?
I don't know, but I know Dallas did, and we needed it.
And then what happened when you did it?
It was successful.
Did you win?
Yeah, we beat the Giants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next.
Every team I watched successfully get an onside kick end up losing anyway.
Man, we beat the Giants that year, bro. That was like
what year was that? 1994.
Stop that. That was the year that got in.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
The percentage of successful onside kicks leading to win is so low. It's like, dude, you might as well go for it on fourth and call it a day.
No, man.
If your defense ain't good enough to stop them from getting the first down, just say that.
We did with the onside kick. That's exactly what we said.
Because my thing is, look, the onside kick, they talk about, oh, you can't do it unless you declare it. You always declared it by everybody going to that one side of the field. You just declared onside kick.
Well,
leave stuff alone, man.
Not really, man. Like you got onside kicks where everybody isn't on one side of the field. As long as the ball go 10 yards, you good.
But this is the thing. They never said you can't do that anyway.
I think you got to go past 10 now.
Teams, like this thing, teams could have been just pooch kicking it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because even with the new rules, it's a window you have to kick it in. As long as you kick it short of the end zone, it's a good kick. So if you want to, you can dribble it off the regular kickoff.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta go back and see how the new kickoff is set up. Because they're not even lined up the same no more. Now I think they're like 15. They're like 10 or 15 yards away
from way down there. So here's what all you got to do: have your kickers practice kicking it right in front of your team.
Facts. And bomb rest the spot.
Because guess what the other team gonna do? As soon as they see the ball, they're gonna reach for it. As soon as they touch it,
Knock them. Rock them.
Ain't no difference.
I mean,
You're just not calling it an onside kick.
I mean, not really, man. Because if the correct me if I'm wrong, the time don't start until the receiving team touch the ball.
Touch the
If I was,
ball. Yep.
yeah, if I was the coach, bro, I don't care how short they kick the ball. That's on them. Let it sit there. Let it
Exactly.
sit there. We
So
ain't
you
got
know
to
what
touch.
I would do? I would teach my team line up, but leave a gap. Kicker, find a person and bounce it off his chest.
I don't fish shit. Dang.
Line drive that sucker because it
Yeah.
makes no sense to kick it in the air no more.
Yeah.
Because if it go in the end zone, you at what, the 30 or 35. If it go out of bounds, you at the 45.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
line
crazy.
drive that sucker.
Right to his face, man. Bow.
See if he can really catch.
Yeah. That's crazy. They
But
gonna
it is
hit
what
you
it
with a
is. They
flying
made
out
it
this world.
safer, but they made it more creative. What the NFL should have did is stole all of the onside kick rules from the UFL, which
Yeah.
means if you want an onside kick, you go to you go back up your territory to your 30. You go for it 4th and 20. If you get it, you get to keep the ball. If you don't, they get the ball where you at.
That's trash. I don't like that.
I like that better. I like that better than trying
He
to.
didn't like the sound of that.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't
that
like
better than trying to kick the ball in the air, have a bunch of people running to each other, and hopefully make someone can catch it.
So I got look, so I got another one for you, man, and then we're gonna get out of here, bro. So do y'all think this is Dak's last year with the Cowboys?
Man,
Yeah, dreadfully so.
Definitely
Because I'm
is.
coming to my
yeah.
doggone Raiders.
Dax ain't been.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Jerry is in a
Too
bind.
much shout.
He is.
Jerry, I believe there's a lawsuit on Jerry about 14 billion or something like that he dealing with. He got Lamb he got to pay.
Parson.
Micah, Lawrence, the offensive line, Diggs, whoever the safety is, I can't remember his name right now. The other corner, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to pay a running back eventually.
Yes, like now, like before the year is
tight
over
end. Look, Jerry, you got to spend some money, baby. You want to win, you got to spend.
Exactly.
That's the motto we sticking to.
You all in or you all out?
See, because the problem is Jerry messed up and didn't build the team while Dak was still in his rookie contract. He should have built a real defense, but he didn't.
Facts. He didn't, exactly.
Because when he traded for Amari Cooper, he should also try to hook a deal and trade for Khalil Mack and built that defense right.
Man, I say that the way things are going, it's purposely done to get Dak out of there. Look at what they did. They stripped down the whole offense. So basically, if it don't work, it's on Dak. And if it do work, they're gonna try to work something out with him. But basically what they saying is, I'm not gonna give you no help. I'm gonna give you the running back that was already washed up. That's the reason why we got him out of here. I'm not gonna fix none of the deficiencies on the O-line. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna create more. Right. So then on top of that, you got that. Then you got you're not doing nothing about the coaching situation.
What they gonna do?
I'm just saying when you look at, like, for instance, when Tony Pollard was hurt, we went into the game without a run game and there was no plan for it. The whole Packers defense knew what we were doing and there was no adjustment. None. You just left it in Dak's hands and, like, figure it out. Yep. It's like, bro, come on, a good coach is gonna make some adjustments, but no, what you do is you leave it to Dak and then you say, Dak, you messed up. And now you want a contract negotiation. I'm not even trying to go. Let's see what you do when I strip this offense down to its bare minimum, and I want you to do something. We're gonna lean on what's that boy name, man? That receiver. I don't really like this dude, bro.
Who?
Turner.
Oh,
No,
Turner.
no, no. I don't like Turner, bro. But now they making it seem like this dude is just an elite receiver. He is not a number 2.
But here's the thing. Tell me, what year did Jerry Jones pick a good coach?
That's never been his MO.
Exactly. Who told y'all fans that Jerry Jones know how to pick a coach?
That's the reason why we've been in such a drought because of
The
that right
last
there.
good coach he picked was Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
I promise you, I was just thinking that.
And then he fumbled the ball by letting Bill Parcells walk, but letting Sean Payton leave. Because Sean Payton was his apprentice and he was supposed to take over.
Marion Barber was an excellent back. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure. We just didn't have the defense to help him out. But if that offense would have had a good defense to go with it, we could have went places. But Marion Barber was
the Cowboys have had a top defense since DeMarcus Ware.
Facts. That's
and
facts.
It was a little suspect then.
And before then, we hadn't had one since what, the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. Like that's a lot. That's how long the gap was. What you talking? 2015, 2017, 2018,
yeah.
And then before then it was the 90s. Look at how big that gap is.
Because the thing is, coaches, or owners, I should say, not coaches. Owners get involved with, oh, let's build this good offense. We're gonna be a high power offense. Yeah, but did you forget the other team play offense too?
Yeah, for real.
You got to build the front 7.
Yes.
And the back 4.
Yeah. I would build the front 7 first.
Because this is the problem with the Cowboys now. They have a solid front 7, even though them linebackers stay getting hurt.
But we really don't. We really don't have a solid front 7. Our front 7 gets bullied. When we play big boy ball. Come on. you seen that comment?
Oh, the Eagles got their problems too.
Oh, man, they are a horrible franchise, bro. But shout out to my boy Texas Eagle. You know, that's my guy.
Hopefully the Eagles allow their quarterback to be a quarterback this year and not a running back.
They're gonna mess around and get that dude injured worse than what he was.
They just paid him big money.
Ego, yeah.
Well, Tom Landry, it was time for Tom Landry to go. And I love Tom Landry. That was my favorite and is my favorite NFL coach. You know what I'm saying? Tom Landry was dope. Jimmy Johnson
was 2 toes in the grave.
Yeah, for real. It was over with for Tom, bro. Like
Tom Landry was the coach since civil rights. It was time
for him. But facts.
Like, God, dog. How long y'all want this man to coach? Y'all want him to die in his office?
Yeah.
We shall overcome.
Like, get this man up out of here, him and that little hat.
But at the same, hey man, don't do that. Hey, that hat is legendary. That hat is legendary. Don't do that. Hey, but man, the NFL started catching up to Tom Landry though. That's the reason why they went. The Cowboys had went what? They had won one game under Landry before he got out of the
style of football is 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yes.
Old school.
You can't do old
3
school
yards
hard
in a cloud of dust when your
West Coast
offense ain't 300 pounds.
Well, the West Coast offense started coming in, and it started to be a little too much for him. He didn't have no adjustment.
He never had adjustments.
Man, he did have adjustments.
If you go back and watch the old Cowboys,
why are you talking like this? I don't know.
Why are you doing that,
Tom Landry, his coaching style, his philosophy has been in the NFL since Super Bowl 1 all the way to around 2010, 2012. They were using Tom Landry's style and philosophy on defense. It wasn't until since around 2012, 2014, the era when the offense strategy changed and they had to get away from it. Other than that, every defensive coach that pretty much was dominant in the NFL was teaching some version of Tom Landry's defense.
You know why Tom Landry defense was around all them years? Because it's defense. Defense doesn't evolve like offense does.
That's true and false.
The defense, you have the same principle. All right. The front, I need y'all to either hold or push forward. Everybody back them, catch whoever come from the front. Y'all in the back, don't let nobody get behind y'all. Defense is the same regardless.
That's not right. That's horrible. Now you remember I was a defensive coordinator.
4-3, 3-4,
that's horrible.
5-2. It's the same.
I'm letting you know he's lying. This is not true. That's not
defensive line.
He said,
there's no truth in that in what he just said.
He said, disregard.
He hitting the Trump roll on us right now.
It's simple. That's the thing. Defense is so simple. That's why whenever you have a defensive coordinator that makes stuff complicated, the defense sucks. Because defense is simple. Front four, see the ball, hit the ball.
It's not true. You got to get to the ball, and you have to confuse the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like
not as a front four. As a front line, move the fat dude in front of you.
Well, you got to do that through stunts.
Man.
If you're using stunts and different techniques to get to the ball or to create confusion, you need your linebackers at times. Well, using your linebackers opens up passing lanes. So now you have to be deceiving.
You know why
with
you need
how
to
you
use
do
your linebackers? Because your front four ain't good enough.
I mean, it man, not really.
Yeah, really.
Bro, you got professional O-line, bro. These people know how to move.
That's cool. But guess what? There's a little dude in Las Vegas named Max Crosby. He whoops offensive linemen for a career until they got a double and triple team him. That's one player. So guess what the other three get to do? Hunt.
It don't work like that in the
Warren Sapp made a living of I'm gonna sit in this gap. You're not gonna be able to stop me. You're not gonna be able to stop me. I'm going forward.
But at the same time, that's cool that you can recognize that. But who did Warren Sapp have on the side of him?
Booger Douglas. He had a bunch of big fat dudes that took up bodies.
I'm gonna get to you, Ant. I ain't forgot about you. But Warren Sapp, that whole D line did their job. That's the reason why Warren Sapp could just sit there. Yeah. Also, you had to realize you had a linebacker core that was stacked. Them guys did their job also.
But this is the thing. Their front four, all they did is move forward. Except the big dude. It was McFarland at one point. Then there was some other guy. Simeon Rice and who was on the other end? I can't think of his name. All they did is hunt the whole game.
His name started with an S.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now. But all them two on the ends did was hunt the whole game because they played a cover two behind them, which means the linebackers are only dropping so far back, and then they're gonna put their foot in the ground and they coming to hurt somebody. And the secondary, the corners are only gonna back up 5 to 10 yards. And then they're going to put their foot in the ground and they coming forward to hurt people.
Spears. Greg Spears was his name.
That's his name. All they did was hunt the whole time. You had Sapp. Hey, I'm a rush through.
Rice.
Booger McFarland. You sit here, hold up the center, hold up this guard. We going hunt.
Yeah, you wasn't moving, huh?
Heck no. That's why I always think you should have at least 300 person on the line that's breathing heavy to just stand there and take up bodies.
But see, you can't do that nowadays, though.
Yeah,
you can't do that. No, you can't. What they're gonna do is they're gonna go around him. They're gonna wear him out.
Okay, cool. Guess what? You gonna wear him out by running around him. I ain't even gonna tell him to chase y'all. Hey, whoop this guard, whoop this center, because eventually they're gonna have to run up the A gap because we gonna hunt from the sides.
Yeah, well, what you do is you pull. So you take a guard or a tight end, and you come back around, you could double pull or you could single pull, and you just attack the other side. So basically, you just let him chase you all day. He either gonna chase you all day, or he just
how
gonna be
you stop an
non-effective.
offense from pulling?
How?
You sit your linebacker right on top of that guard and say, if he pull, go through.
Yeah. And you
Don't
still
worry
gonna be
about your coverage no more. If he pull, shoot.
Now, what do you do when it's when they doing a counter? Because you could pull with a counter.
The problem is the running back is still in the same spot.
Yeah,
he ain't moved yet because he got to go, come to a stop, and go back. That means he's still.
But you could pull. You could pull with a counter.
Yeah, but this is the thing: if your linebacker shot that gap, he gonna kill that running back before he can move.
But if he takes time to kill that running back, then that the A gap is still open. So you don't know.
That's what the rest of the defense is for.
They got to do their job, huh?
Exactly. If everybody do their job, it'll work out.
That's facts. Look, man, let's get to my boy Ant question. Let me see where you at, Ant. Let me see. So Ant says that's where I disagree with you. Then explain how the DB coming out of Nick Saban's systems are adjusting right away to the NFL.
They not.
I don't think so either.
The only DBs come out of Alabama that adjust are safeties. Alabama is not a place for cornerbacks.
They say, who do you blame for the deterioration of the relationship between Jerry and Jimmy? The NFL? Jerry. I blame football. It's football. You know what I'm saying? They was cool.
I blame Jerry.
They was cool before football came in, and you just had two guys.
They was cool until they won, and everybody said Jimmy got the team over the hump.
Yeah, Jerry didn't like that.
Yeah, Jerry got an ego problem, man. He got ego tripping.
Yeah. Let's see. I think the traditional one gap defense tackle has gone away of the dinosaurs. The more hybrid facts. Defensive tackles now coming out of college and high school. That's big facts. They can't just split that.
That's because
they're gonna go around them.
No, that's because high schools now they all run a 3-3-5.
That's one of the best defenses in life.
Yeah, it is until it's time to stop people from running.
Oh no! Look, I used to run a 3-3-5. So what you do is when you run in a 3-3-5, depending on how the offense come out, right? So if they come out with an extra man like a tight end, then you just convert to a 4-2-5. So basically, you got to you have to use a hybrid defense. You can't just stay in one formation.
Can't do nothing with an I formation.
That's not true.
It's true because this is the thing.
It's not true. It's not true because you convert. You can't stay in the 3-3-5. You can't stay there.
No,
you have to.
But that's the thing. These high schools are staying in the 3-3-5.
Yeah.
So now,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but to play devil's advocate, I think kind of what they do if they're going to defend the I formation with the 3-3-5. I think what they're saying is I'm counting on my corners and my safety to handle the wideouts. Everybody else, you pinch and work inside out.
Did you go into the Westbrook games last year?
No, they sucked.
I did. I went to a bunch of them. I had family members there. They ran that 3-3-5. And here's the problem. Their defensive end may have weighed $105.
Yeah.
He was tall. He was slim. I can see why they had him at end. But the problem is that tackle cut his legs every time. And then they just mauled over everybody else.
Yeah, well, see, that's personnel, bro. They didn't have the defense for a 3-3-5.
They don't have enough big people on defense. They want to hog all the big people for the O-line.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You can't run a 3-3-5 with a small D line. You got to have some. No. You got to have a big person in the middle and some guys that got some size, but they still have to be a little nimble. But your linebackers is where is it? I need a thumper and I need a hybrid at my linebacker.
But they running the 3-3-5 with a bunch of speed guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The personnel was wrong.
You got to tell these high school coaches because this is what they putting out there. That's why people don't know how to play tackle no more because you got to do. That should probably be your safety playing defensive end.
Yeah, see, that's trash.
You got a linebacker that's really a safety as well. Heck, you basically got 5 safeties on the field trying to run a traditional defense.
Yeah.
Look, get some of them big boys. Let's sitting on the other side, like ain't playing, sitting on the bench. Cause Big 99, I don't know what his name is, but that's my boy. Cause we was waiting for him to get in the game. Cause he was short, he was big, and I was like, dude, that's who you need in the middle of the D line. He ain't getting no playing time.
See, man, for me, for my 3-3-5, bro, my 2 linebackers on the outside had to be big enough to where they could play defensive end. Because if they came out with an extra lineman, they were gonna have to scoot the line in. He was gonna have to drop down and play DN. My middle linebacker is more of a hybrid. You know, he could play nickel and everything else. You feel me? So if I need an extra safety, I can either send him from the linebacker, or I can actually come down with him also. So, you know, that's what my middle linebacker was for. But you definitely need some meat on the field. You can't just have a 3-3-5 and not and just be all speed.
But I think the other problem is also is schools don't have people that know how to teach big people. Because you got to actually teach being a defensive lineman.
Facts.
It ain't like, oh, hey, you got to be no, you got to get in there, get your nose on it, get some hand work in there and fight. But they teach everything speed because the coach up there about 200 pounds, he ain't ever been a big man in his life. Yeah. And don't know how to coach like a big man.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, it's just like basketball. You have to teach people to be big. Use your bigness and be big.
Bree, what you got to say, man? Who you looking at football this year?
I'm looking at nobody.
Not even the 49ers?
I'm gonna just watch to see.
Now your cousin say he'll
a
a
Chargers
49ers
fan. Oh, which cousin? Which one?
Ray.
Ray.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought you saw because his nephew, the one that you met at my at the picnic.
Yeah.
He's a Chargers fan. That's who I thought you were talking about.
Oh no. He did he tell you that we're gonna be working together?
I figured that was coming. I already figured that was coming. Yeah. I mean, I put people on and then they're gonna be part of DJ Man TV or whatever. So for night sports, the sports part.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was coming.
Yeah, so man, y'all be looking out for 490 Heat Sports. This we're gonna be kicking it off at the end of the month. As soon as football season kick off, you know, we will be in full action, full swing. But yeah, man. So it's going down. I think that's it for us for the night. We'll be back on here Wednesday. We missed this past Wednesday, had too much going on, man. But this Wednesday, we would definitely Wednesday coming up, next Wednesday, we'll be back at it.
The 7th.
The 7th. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna do it Wednesday, but we're gonna be live from Raising Cane.
Right, I'm about to say Raising Cane. I'll be at work, but I'll be there.
For sure.
Virtually.
For sure. So that's it, man. That's all we got.
And then next Friday. Yeah, you know, next Friday we had a Let's Talk Travel with Alicia Williams.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you told me because I didn't even know. That's not even in my schedule.
Yeah,
that was not discussed.
Yeah. I didn't even have that in the schedule.
We weren't informed.
We're gonna talk about that. I didn't even. You had told me about it.
Yeah, remember when the last conference call we had with her?
Oh,
she put it on the day. Lady. I wrote it down. You forgot. Yeah. It's the 8th.
The lady that couldn't get a connection.
No, Let's Talk Travel.
Different lady. I don't know that one.
Yeah, the realtor and travel agent. out there in
Ray J up there.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Dustin doing the Ray J challenge.
That's my Aussie hat.
Bro been flipping his head the whole time.
I see him.
Oh, he's doing the Ray J challenge.
Gotta get that mug comfortable. I ain't wore this thing in years.
But man, that's it, man. We out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. But that's it. We out.
Oh yeah.
Peace.